Welcome back to Captain of Industry. My name is Nilaus and we are back here. This time I have done a bit of work up front so that we can be very focused on one thing and one thing only. Hopefully there will be no sort of random disasters that will distract, but it's all going to be about the nuclear power today. So I want to build a really crisp, nice nuclear power plant for you so you can see how it works, because it is a bit complicated, but once you get it, then it's actually, there's a pretty awesome ratio. But not only that, because I'll give you more than just an awesome design. I will also give away 2 keys for Captain of Industry thanks to Mafia Games. They've been providing them to me. So if you want to win that, then keep watching, and then somewhere later on in this episode I'll just take a break and then let you know how to win one of those 2 keys. And of course, be sure to only participate if you actually want one of those keys and don't have it yet. Right, so let's start looking at the nuclear power plant. First of all, I've done a few things, and I'll just highlight what some of the things I've done between sessions, so that we are all up to date. Because I will not be doing everything on camera at this point anymore. I can see that it'll be more in terms of sort of design work that we'll be doing here. This is a really crisp. This is our iron steel. I have now upgraded it to next tier. And this is the reason why I kept this distance between it, so that I can now have 3 lines on top of each other here. It goes into the blast furnace Mark II, and it now takes in the crushed iron. So I also have a little iron crusher over here. And all of this is updated. I just did not have enough steel. So now I do have enough steel, and I even managed to upgrade our ship to really nice. So that is a nice, good ship, and we have lots of slots of steel. The only thing we're really lacking is the groundwater, which is not a big surprise. I knew that last time. Another thing that we did last time, we had a few places that gathered some biomass. I've now built a little location here that just converts biomass into compost, and compost will be converted up here into hopefully this one. I'll actually boost this now, because I want to make sure that we have enough fertilizer for all of that. Mine control has no things. Okay, that is not a problem actually. This is for sand, and we have a lot of sand here, so I'll just go out here. Another thing we're working on is this part. We are removing the mountains and have a nice big area, and this is exactly the area we want to use for our nuclear power plant. Right, the first thing we should do is talk a bit about how it works, and then we're going to do the prerequisites, and then we're going to do the whole thing. So there are basically 2 parts of it. There is the refinement of the uranium, and that's the one part, and there's the actual power plant on the other side. So that is how we want to do that. I'm going to design it to 10 megawatt per, yeah, not per anything. 10 megawatt is literally joule per second. And what we will do is we will get, let's see, over here, we will need to get the nuclear reactor. That's a big thing. We'll have to get like a storage location like this to store all of the spent fuel. You can't do anything except just bury it for posterity. And then we do the refinement as well. The first thing though, if we look at the process from, there's a lot of things here. We want to burn uranium rods. That's really not how I want to do it. Let's see. We'll go backwards here. Right, uranium ore is something we get from one of the islands. So we'll bring uranium ore in. That's why I have the little ship. That can be crushed into uranium. Crushed uranium, add a dash of acid, then we get some yellow cake and some toxic slurry. This is not a lot of toxic slurry, so what I'm going to do is gasp. I'm just going to pour it in the ocean and not even care about it. Later on, once we get the gold production up and running, then I'll be taking this slurry and bring it over to the gold slurry refinement cooling thing. But this is so small that I'll just pour it in the ocean. Yeah, but yellow cake can be made with hydrogen fluoride. This is something we don't have. Into uranium pellets go into uranium rods, and uranium rods is just turned into happiness and mainly steam and spent fuel into a nuclear reactor. So that is the process. I mean, it's the first thing we want to do is make a little location that makes hydrogen fluoride. We don't need a lot of it, so I am actually going to just make it sort of next to this. This will be hydrogen fluoride out, and the process for hydrogen fluoride is we're going to make it in a settling tank, unsettling tank. This will be that one. Rock inbound, acid inbound. That's why I'm building it here, because I have acid nearby. We get hydrogen fluoride and we get some slag. So we are going to build This is going to be the slag outbound, and this is going to be the rock inbound. So that is it. Does it actually look? It looks absolutely brilliantly placed here, because that goes straight in. And oh yeah, also another thing, like this requires so many resources that it is absolutely ridiculous. So because of that, or like construction parts, that then also, yeah, construction parts and concrete. So probably a good idea to keep those things stockpiled and make sure that you have a nice big stockpile of this. Hydrogen fluoride, good. I don't care if it's full or empty. This is going to be slag. I do have another slag nearby, so that's kind of, we'll just put it here just for ease. And we're gonna make some rock in here. That one, and I'm gonna load it empty. It should never be empty, and that will be it. That's a very nice little simple build. Only thing I'm building it here for is because then I'm leaching it off this part. Get the rocks inbound, slag outbound, and hydrogen fluoride outbound. Let me just give a warning when this is full. Right. Oops, pillar uneven terrain. Ah! Why are we doing that? Who's doing that? Okay, don't do that then. I don't want this one to collapse. What are you doing here? Yeah, you're a bit overly aggressive, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Right, that's not what we are. Uneven terrain, ignore. Low supply of rock, that's fine. We'll get it. Limestone is annoyingly annoying. How is that? Are you kidding me? This is already full. Somehow this sand is just... I have too much sand, obviously, and then I don't have enough sand because it's hard to mine, but it's easy just to get like lots of just incidental sand. Right. So let's assume that we have our hydrogen fluoride. Then let's start working on our ship. We don't really need a lot. It's going to be loose modules, so we'll do that one. Import from mine, and that will be the uranium mine. Copy, paste, and we might as well get this started. Because if we get this started... There. Once we get that started, well... There's no reason not to. Did I actually remember to build it out here? I remember we had a uranium mine. If you see the uranium mine, just point at it and go like, there. There we go. Uranium mine has to be that one. And that's 400 of these construction parts that we will never see again. All right. Well, I can still do this. What I want this to happen is I want to put it into a box. I don't see anything else coming, so we'll just put it into a box. From this box, we are going to... Oh, greenhouse too. Nice. From this box, we are going to crush it. There, into a crusher. That's how crushing works. And it's only going to be consuming 10 or 12 or something. There. I don't need more than this. So we keep track of 12 uranium in, 12 uranium out. Now, after this... After the step, let's see. I'm just tracing it backwards. That's the yellow cake. That's the crushed. Crushed now needs to go into a settling tank. It takes 12, which is exactly what we have. So get the settling tank. I can actually just smash it right next to it. The only thing missing is some acid. Now, acid is super far away from this. And also the other part of it is acid. I'm going to use 4. There. Yeah, 4 per minute or 4 per cycle. So that's nothing. That is a whole lot of nothing. So for this purpose, I will just build. Let's build it out here and bring it in. So you will be acid. There. Empty. Maybe a bit premature to do this. What is the output? The output is the yellow cake that we like and the slurry that we do not like. Okay, done loading for uranium mine. Great. Do we have the crew? Yes, we do. And uranium mine, go. Alright, so this is making 6 yellow cake, and if I look here, then if I look in an enrichment chamber, like so. Oh, this one? Flip it. Flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it. Yes. Let's see, because we'll get this in here. And this will be the toxic slurry, which is awful. But I have nowhere to bring it. we'll just leave it here. I think I'll just bring it over here and just pour it in the water. I hate doing that, but I don't really have an option. This is taking 3 yellow cakes for 3 pellets. So I'm going to take 2 of these to make sure that it stays at ratio. And the distance here is... let's see. Okay, so the hydrogen fluoride is the next that comes in here. And then I need to make sure that this... 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need to bring this 1 up. Is that 1 up? I think that's 1 up. Direct in and 3 away. Yes, perfect. Go up. There. Now we have yellow cake and hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen fluoride here. Input. Mark if empty. Fully repaired. Uranium mine is good. And you are see, this is only actually doing 12. That's not much. Do I want to upgrade it? No. Oh no, look at how few I have. That's okay. This is a problem, like a really big problem. That means I'm gonna have to take a lot of stuff off camera to get all of this done. Come on, are you working? Are you working? I'll just get some of these upgraded as well. There, upgrade. Get these going. And making sure that this is fast enough. There. Yes, keep going on this. All right, so at this point, what is the next thing we have? We are now having pellets. Now pellets, they need to be converted into actual useful stuff. So I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna build it really close here, and that goes in, and here. So the only thing remaining, let's scroll down. Uranium rods. So this will produce. This can take 12 pellets, but I'm only producing 6 pellets, so I'm gonna get half of this. That means I'm only gonna get 1 uranium rod per minute. That's not a lot, but it is enough for us at this point. That one and so. And then I note an absolute irrelevant amount of steel there, but you know, even if it's an irrelevant amount of steel, it still has to be done. And you go in here, and this will be our uranium rods ready to go. I will only get a warning if it's full. I'll actually also get a... No, I don't want to get a warning when it's empty. There. So this is the processing part. This will give us 1 uranium rod per minute. So now we need to figure out how much will that actually allow us to build in terms of power. That is over on this side. We go in here. This is really weird because you have 3 settings. You can either go 1, 2, or 3x. And basically 0x is kind of irrelevant, but 1x is consuming 96 and also producing 96 and consuming, yeah, like that. This is then going to be 192 steam, and 192 steam is going to be enough to make 10 megawatts. So I'm going to rerun it here, not at the maximum, but at the minimum. Now this is working in a super weird way, so it takes a while to get used to that in a way. Let me see. Are you not entertained? No. Are you not? Okay, look at that. Look at how slow it is. Ooh, this really probably should be upgraded, right? But I am in acute lack of that. Now, there are many inputs. So you can see here this is the uranium rods in, and this is the spent fuel out. I wish they were split the other way, but they're not. Then, hold on. Let's do it this way. No. This way. Yeah. That's good, I think. We'll try it this way. Now I'm changing my designs here. Ad hoc. That's never good. Right, let's talk about this. This is going in and this is going out. Why do we have several different here? These 3 are the primary inputs and outputs. This out here is the emergency inputs and outputs. That means if you can't get rid... So a nuclear power plant, it has to run at full capacity all the time. That's just the way it works. That means you must be able to consume the steam. If you're not consuming the steam from these ones, then it goes out into overflow and then you just have to vent it. Likewise, if you are not getting enough water in, then it'll start overheating and bad stuff happens. If it overheats, then it'll start drawing in from the emergency as well to cool it down. So it's pretty cool. There's emergency cooling and emergency get rid of. So you can't allow the steam to build up. You can't allow the water to go in. And then on top of that, I want to do like a really cool magical design here that will hopefully work. Now I'm just not liking this. All right, I'll do it. Yeah, and I will get this storage. That's the spent fuel storage. Completely useless, can never be used for anything. It'll just be a big blocks. Also this one, 500 concrete. So yep. That's a thing. 800 construction parts. Yeah, that's why it's going to take a bit of time to get it built. Right, so what happens now if I set this to 2? That means I'm going to be consuming 192 steam per second, minute, something cycle. And in order to do that, we now have our high pressure turbines. And we're going to be designing what it looks like. It'll be 1, 2. Each of these can consume 42 or 48. And then a low pressure as well. And then we're going to, so this will produce 2 megawatt, 4 and 6 megawatt of 6 megawatt of mechanical energy. And I need to convert the mechanical energy with a power generator here. 3 megawatts converts into 2.5. So this whole thing is going to consume 96 steam, outputting 96 depleted steam, and depleted steam, and also producing 5 megawatt. So obviously we need 2 of these. There. I am not making flywheels for this because I need this to run all the time. I am not setting this one up to auto bounce because, as I said, I need it to run all the time. So this is a good start, and I need to make sure that okay. This is not going to be the right pipe. I am designing this for higher levels, and there, inbound. This goes in. So I'll have steam at ground level. Then I'll have this one at ground level. And now I get the depleted steam out. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to bring it up and bring it over. Let's bring it over there. There. So if I take, right, so what we have now is we've consumed the steam. We've converted 192 high steam to 192 depleted steam. 192 depleted steam now has to be processed, and this is where something magical happens. There are 2 ways of doing it. One is a cooling tower, for example, here. If I do this cooling tower and use this recipe, 96 depleted gives 72 water. So I lose a bit of water here. I lose 24 water. What if the other alternative is this one, which takes that one. Very slow, takes 12 depleted and gives 15 water. So it actually gives more water out than coming in. So what if we take this thing? Let me see if I'm there. What if we had like a few of these? And by a few, I mean a stupid amount. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. This is now 8 times this. So I get 8 times 3 surplus water. That's 24 extra water. So if I have this in total, I am now consuming that 192 depleted steam, and I'm outputting 192 depleted steam. Isn't that lovely? I think it is. So we'll just get this one a bit up, but not too much more up. So we need to get all the stuff inbound and outbound for this part. This is always like a bit of a hassle. Basically what I want to do is I want to take the water at the ground level. There. And I want to take the brine up here. and then just go get rid of it, right? So that's basically do that for all of them. Then I am going to get seawater in here, and let's get 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna get seawater in from here, and that'll be again at ground level. And I will allow you to go across here. There. Okay, now I built all of them. Alright, so that's the seawater coming in. That means I need to make a seawater pump. This does not block that one. And I'm going to do a liquid dump. There. And I'm going to get from you back in there. So I don't need the brine for anything, so just pour out the brine. So that means now I get seawater into all of these. I get water out here. And I then need the depleted steam going in here. So I also need the other one. This one, that is. Yeah, we have a bit of an issue here. How do I get into the water part of here? Because I need to get up there. I don't need it. Don't think I want to go all the way around, do I? Like here? Because then I have to go over and under that again. I'm not sure I like this. Yeah. All of this can be cut and then hopefully be placed it a bit closer. It didn't interrupt, so that's good. Oh, I love the new copy paste function. That is so good. The fact that I can do that and not really care. There. Right. Let's talk a bit about... No. Let's complete this. Let's complete this. This is important that we complete it because it's already weird. Right. So what I'm having here is the depleted steam, which I then bring down to ground level. Then I'm going to bring it into a splitter so I can control where it goes. Then I am going to get it to up again in level. Up to this level and bring it this way. And goes in. Oh, now it's such a mess that I didn't do all the other ones for the seawater. I was like, I'll do that off camera, but honestly, let's make sure that they are done here. And on this part as well. Inbound. Inbound. Also, then you can see the mistakes as I make them. It is a bit difficult. It would be nice if there was some kind of option to sort of color code them based on levels. So they would have slightly different color if they were different levels. Maybe I should suggest that. Then we have, this is... that goes out here. This is the clean water. That goes underneath here. And that comes up. There. We'll keep it at this point. So that's the clean water coming in. Then I need to have... you just feed it in here. And you go that one. Looking good. So that I can control that they are going to be even. Could not store all the canola after harvest. That's weird. Oh man, I really shouldn't be doing this. Oh yeah, good. This was, we did a temporary thing there. In order to make sure we got enough oil, but we have that now. All right, back again. Back down here. This looks like it's working right. Whoa. What are we not having? Okay, we don't have this part here. We still have a few things that are not connected. So let's make sure that that gets connected. What is easier to do, the top or the bottom first? I don't know. And there. It's important that all of these pipes are level 2 pipes. Oh, and you don't misconnect them like this. I'm thinking it's easier to do the lower one first. That one. Right, so that's all of that, and then go up, go up, go up. Right, so that is basically it. Except there's still one thing that isn't clear yet, and that's how are we going to interact with this part here, the emergency things. So that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have like a really here. This will be a water supply. Oh, I don't like the fact that something came in here. Oh, that's just for that one. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hold on. This one I actually want to make. I want to make sure that that's actually getting going. You know what? I actually want to make this already now. Why not? So what happens here is I need to have water in here that go. Oh my god, that's a lot of crap. Okay, goes in here. Then I need to make sure that if something goes wrong, then I am also ready to put in some of my backup water into this location. Which means I prioritize the stuff that flows, and only if that's not enough, then I put in more. But it also serves to the point that it's a great way to sort of start it up. That one. And likewise for this part, if we ever get to use the overflow, then it's just important that we are able to just get rid of it as fast as possible. So I'm just gonna put this one here so it can get rid of all the steam. It's just of course wasted, but hey, better to waste it than to blow up. There. That one, and that will be just... Oh, why did it do that little weird kink? There. So basically it takes the uranium rods in and then goes out. All of these are working. Well, the acid is not working. That's interesting, but maybe it's just coming. And we have our uranium. It's getting crushed, and it's getting in here. It is getting slurried. Yeah, we're getting the slurry in a second. So I'm gonna be taking this one out. Oh, I absolutely hate that I have to do this. Don't worry, I am full of remorse and regret. But I'm still gonna do it. Liquid dump. And it doesn't kill that one. And build here. Right. No mind control, excavator. So this, we'll just trace this all the way through. We can see there's a bit of yellow cake going in here, and we have the hydrogen fluoride that goes in. And once we have that done, then we will see over for the next part, which will be for the uranium rods. And then the good thing about having this while I let all of this crap here build is that it'll allow me to build up a nice stockpile of uranium rods, just because that's nice. Right. So as this is probably right, we want to see that this is working. Is it coming in here? No, it's not. And it also needs like 12 of these. No, 36 of those. It's going to take forever to get this started. Right, so at this point, I'm just going to let it run for a bit. I'm going to use to do this. But this is also probably a really good idea to talk a bit about the giveaway. Yes, so first of all, well, it's Mafia Games that gave me some keys to give away, and I thought this was a great opportunity. Last time I said that you should go to my Twitter profile, and I think that's a good way to do again. So if you go to my Twitter profile and comment something about the game, what you really like about the game. Last time I said, what do you want? Features improvement or something different? Then let me know. Reply to my tweet that I'm hopefully also linking in the comment below with what you think is the best feature of Captain of Industry. For me personally, I think it's Unity. Some people hate Unity, but without Unity, this would be an awful game that I would not play. So I think Unity, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's the collapsible, like the terraforming thing. I don't know. There's so many cool things. Anyway, let me know what you think is the best feature of Captain Industry as a reply to my tweet that I'm linking below, and it's also the tweet when this one goes live. So that is the plan. And I will then get all this done. It'll take some time, so there's only one way to do it, and that is to whoosh away. And while I'm whooshing, you can hit the like button. You can consider subscribing, of course, if you want. And of course, if you want to support the channel, then the way to do that is on Patreon. There's also a link in the description below, where you can support with whatever you feel is appropriate. And of course, there's no obligation. I just really appreciate any and all of you who are supporting the channel and what I do here. So let's wish away our troubles. And here we have our beautiful location. It finally managed to get built, and we have our uranium supply. And look at that. It's just in the last seconds we're getting it. We're starting to see problems with our power. And if we look at this beautiful thing here, look at that. That is our... What? Does it say hazard, or does it say? Caution mirrored. Oh, right. I mirrored this. Oh, that's nice. Interesting. Right. So let's actually see if we can make it work. There. So the first things first. This is going in here. Oh, right. It's actually feeding. It's now warming up, but it is... I don't get why it has any... Oh, I definitely don't want that. So it actually has that inbound already. Weird. Alright, I'm gonna let that... I don't want it to be truck import. I don't want it to be truck output, export. Let's see if it works. So the thing is, I am now feeding it through this one. And that means I don't have enough water generally. I might actually want to just improve this one a bit. There. Because I'm going to use this for feeding water into this location. And I better not be running out. Yeah, come on, get it more water, more water. I don't want it to run dry. If it runs dry, all sorts of bad stuff might happen. And then here, it's the circulation stuff. Is something coming back? Yeah, something is circulating back. Let's turn down the speed just a bit. Okay, whew. Looks like we are stabilizing now. There will not be anything going in on this one, because that's only for emergencies. You can see this one is idle, because that's also only for emergencies. But these in here, they are the primary ones. We're running it at 192 inbound outbound. It consumes 0.7 uranium per cycle. And I have a lot of here, and I'm also producing 1 per minute. So I am certainly producing more than I am consuming. And that's nice. As long as we get in. But that means if something runs out, like I'm short on, I don't know, hydrofluoric acid or uranium just for a bit, and it doesn't jam everything up. That is interesting. Low pressure needs a transport to output the depleted. That's the output for depleted, my friends. Oh, that's because the depleted is coming out here, and it's coming up here, and all right. Why is it not working? Hold on. You need to make sure that it's only the right one here. That one. There. So why are you not getting anything? Let me see if I can figure that out. You are missing what? You're missing the seawater. Because some idiot has hooked everything up to the top one. I bet you noticed that when I did it. Hold on. That's actually the wrong one. Steam. Hold on. Let's make sure that it's consistent. Here. And you will then go out. And you'll be brought in. So as long as not everything is running, then I will be having a deficit. And therefore some of it will not be working. So that goes back in here. Gets set up. That will give me the depleted steam, and now also some seawater, so we start consuming just a bit more of this. Let's see if there are other ones that are broken. Okay. Looks okay. You are complaining because what? High percentage, no output of steam. This is a bit weird though. This is a bit weird. You cannot output your steam. Well, you should be. There. It goes in here. And out here. And here. Oh, right. This is because this is the wrong direction. Ha! There we go. That should help a lot, right? Coming in. Going. This blows my mind. how is this full and this is empty? That makes no sense. This one is, so it's only flow here. It just refuses to go into that one. It just absolutely refuses. Well, that's a bug. At least it seems like it. I can't really tell why else. I think it's like the rotation and stuff. So I'm going to build it again. There. Oh, right. No, I think that, speaking of bugs and stuff, did I just see correctly? Yeah, that's output here. Okay. So much for me buggerino here. That was a definitely a user bug. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so this is also turning the other direction. And get rid of this. Interestingly enough, I can actually put it... If I put it here... Sure. Let's try that. And then from here. And then inbound. Inbound. Now I get why it didn't work before. There you go. Now it'll work flawlessly. Perfect. Ideally. Truck cannot reach destination. That just happens. No steam. That's still this, because only half of it could be consumed. Only this part could be consumed, which also means that there will be a surplus of water. This one is start draining. I'd really like this one to get done like very, very quickly, so it doesn't run out of water. Yep, please. There we go. Take that out, so it only has the one. And now this one should be flowing. I wish we could see what it actually was flowing at. This is running, this is running. I am tiny bit worried that there might be a surplus of water in the network. That means it's... But... Nah, I think it looks good. Looks good now. Okay, now nothing is complaining here. Shut up. Don't complain. It'll take a bit of time for you to get out. Here... You have... Okay. Steam is kind of out. Can I remove product? It's not much, but I just want to make sure that I... Look at that, I have 32 steam here. I don't like having that much steam in my network. So we're just going to do these things. Like, this is like a small product, because I think we're actually overflowing on resources here. If I can't get this steam out, then it'll have to go out. Yeah, everything is super saturated. And this, you can't go out because... Alright. Just need to clean up this part a bit, because it was just, all of the pipes were just overfilled, and that meant it doesn't flow very well. As we start removing a few things, then it'll look better again. And again, as long as it flows in here, this is going to get stuck. And here we still have all of that outbound. Like, the fact that it says 32 here, and yet it's flowing and flowing and flowing. If I just take this out, I just don't see this. I don't see how it's not working. Huh. Oh, right, I know it. I know. This is... because I'm simply not consuming any power. All right, now that we think that this is done, then I also think that the next thing we want to do is try to not consume that and only consume here. Oh no, we'll have issues with our... with running too much animal feed then suddenly. Oh well, that is going to be a non-issue for us at this point. So we want to retire all of this. It can get back in pretty quickly because it'll already have the inputs here. There. Yeah, it'll already have the inputs. So we just needed to sort of dial down, realize that there is no steam. You're not producing any steam. You don't have any steam. So this one is missing input. Okay, so all of this has now stopped. And these are also stopping. And these are stopping. Good. So we've now shut down the old power plant. And we're now running exclusively on our nuclear power plant. And there are no warnings. So it's probably a good idea for me to hurry up and wrap up the episode before any warnings come up, because that's always like a concern, that just as I'm about to end and things start blowing up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you I like this new cool nuclear power design. I think that's a really crisp, neat one. It looks very industrial. It looks very realistic, and it also performs very well. 10 megawatt of power, just like that, and it's water neutral. I mean, you need a dash of seawater, but who cares? But you don't need to sort of have a constant production of clean water to go in here. So that is super amazing. If you like it, be sure to hit the like button, and also, I'd like to continue making these cool designs, but I can see that the interest here on YouTube is kind of dwindling, and that's kind of a shame. But if you're being enthusiastic enough about it, then I will happily continue. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.